Right, Nikki Alva coming up in about 10 minutes, and just a taste of the music from last year. You Dance So Good.
What was it about you? You don't look much, just kinda mixed up. Some boys are shy and quiet, just wanna be left alone, alone. Then the DJ played the dance remix and you let go. Suddenly you came alive to the beat, oh. You float on there, you float on there. Watch you all night long. You can move your feet like I've never seen before. Couldn't help myself but dance when everyone circled round, around. In the middle of the crowd, letting go. You were cheering every move that I made. Oh, threw your hands up, said, man, you can dance. Dance so good.
106.9 N Live.
Triste es despertar y ver la realidad, ver que es mentira lo que sentías, saber que es el final. Qué triste es ver caer esa pared que ayer me resguardaba, no me dejaba ver lo que hacías. esa fue mi fe. Y en mi lamento, buscando aliento, miras al cielo y pregunté cómo se cura una herida. Cuando perdonar es tan difícil y cuando olvidar no se consigue. Cómo enfrentarse a la vida con el corazón hecho pedazos. Cuando la desilusión te quiebra el mundo y pega un golpe bajo. Nunca imaginé llorar. Tu engaño me enseñó que no hay nada seguro. Solo se puede contar con Dios.
¿Cómo se cura una herida?
¿Cómo se cura? ¿Cómo se cura? ¿Cómo se cura una herida?
¿Cómo se cura una herida?
Ahora dime cómo hago para olvidar esta pena.
Cura una herida.
Two tracks in a row there from Nikki Alva, which I found last year and been playing ever since. And hopefully on the line all the way from Nashville, we have Nikki. Hello, Nikki.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us all the way from Nashville, which I think it's 2:15 in the afternoon there.
Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak with you. It's so awesome for you to do that.
That's welcome. As I have already said, two singles you've released already, which I got last year and been playing, and the new single was released, I believe, was it Friday, Saturday?
Yes, the new single, which is Detrás de las Ventanas, I did that with the producer Diego Galé. I released that on Saturday.
That's great. Now, I understand you were born in New York, and I don't suppose you remember very much of that because you, I think around about the age of 2, you moved to Nashville. Now, most people think of Nashville as being the home of country music. So how is it that you've come to have a love of salsa?
Well, yes, I was born in New York, and I moved to Nashville when I was about 1 year old, 2 years old. So I don't really remember much, but I do always go and visit New York when I can. But growing up here in Nashville and, doing the music that I love doing, salsa, it's very different. A lot of people, they're like, oh my gosh, wow, she's singing salsa, because a lot of people here sing country. But I think it kind of gives me, the difference here, and that's what I love about it so much. And I just love singing it because I've always been surrounded by it from my father, Jay Franco. So it's just always been, I guess you could say, in my blood, in my veins. So it's been a really awesome experience, having that difference here in Nashville.
And I think your father's had his own band, and you've been singing with that band, haven't you, in the past?
Yes, I actually have. I've gotten amazing opportunities to sing and perform with my dad and his band. One time, it was recently actually, I think about maybe 2 months ago, I got the amazing opportunity to open for Grupo Nietzsche, who's really famous in salsa all the way from Colombia, and they actually performed here in Nashville. So that was an amazing experience. And not only that, I've had the opportunity to perform with him and his band outside of Tennessee as well. Whenever we can, we always go to Birmingham, Alabama. It's just an awesome experience to be able to do that with my father.
Yeah, and in Nashville, is there a big Latin Spanish community?
I guess you could say yes, there is. But yeah, it's a pretty decent amount of Latin folk who love salsa.
Fabulous. The latest single, you've teamed up with Diego Galé, and he's produced the track for you. And he's well known for his own bands, and as you say, from Colombia. How was it working with someone that is so well known in the Latin music world?
It was amazing. It's just been a really humbling experience. We communicated with each other through Instagram, believe it or not. I went out of my way because, Diego Galé is really successful in his music. I went on Instagram and I messaged him and I was like, hey, I would love to do a song with you. And I wasn't thinking anything of it, but he responded back, and he said, yes, like, I saw your music, and I really want to work with you. And so I guess then and there is when it began, and he's such an awesome person. When I was writing the song and he was producing it, it was awesome. I'm never going to forget it. And there's hopefully going to be many more songs that I'm going to be producing with him. So I'm really excited about that.
That sounds great. And sometimes you just throw something out there thinking, oh, nothing's going to happen about this. And surprisingly, something does. And it obviously happened this time.
Right. And for me, that's a huge thing that I want to show people as well, you know, that dreams do come true. Like, you know, you can do the smallest thing and it will happen. Now,
many people, or most people, I think, particularly here in the UK, won't have heard of you before. They'll be very surprised, I think, that to find out that you've had 3 singles already, but you only turned 16 in January this year?
Yes, I'm 16 and I have 3 salsa singles out right now. And I also have an electronic single that's out as well. But yeah, a lot of people are surprised whenever I say, yeah, I'm 16, and they're like, what? We thought you were so much older. It's a really humbling experience because, you know, I have my father with me, and it's just what I love to do and what I want to do for the rest of my life, you know. So I wanted to start now, you know, than later.
Yeah, and you're going about it very professionally. You're one of the few people that have phoned in prior to the interview just to check that the phone line works, and that's great. It's very good for us because there's no surprises at the end of the day. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. If you get prepared in advance, things tend not to go wrong, which is fantastic. Would you like to mention some of the other musicians? Obviously, Diego GALÉ, he produced and he played on the track, but there's lots of other musicians. Would you like to give some of them a mention? Yeah, I had an amazing opportunity to work with a bunch of different musicians from his group, of course, like Julian Arias, he was who did the piano. Hector Mora was the sound engineer, and he mastered it with Diego GALÉ. When we were working through the process, they were just amazing to work with, and it was such a awesome experience to, you know, not only work with Diego GALÉ, but his awesome musicians as well. Yeah, and of course you don't have to be in the studio these days with all the musicians, because the music tracks can be sent around the world now, and I think a lot of the work was actually done in Colombia. Yes, the whole production was done in Colombia. The only thing that wasn't done in Colombia was my voice, which we did it here in Nashville. But other than that, everything mastered and mixed, it was all in Colombia. That's fantastic. Who are your influences? Obviously, I guess your father, who helped to get you into Latin music, but have you got any of the big names in the Latin world that influence you? Yes, I do. The person who probably influences me in my style, I guess you could say, whenever I sing salsa, is Huey from DLG. He was the lead singer. His style is honestly something that I look up to so much. It influences me a lot whenever I write my songs, and whenever I think of what next salsa song I want to do. I always just think of like his style, you know, because it's just something that it's always been with me, and I've always listened to them when I was little as well. Okay. What's next for Nikki Alva? A lot of things. A lot of things are next. Hopefully, you know, I can continue doing a bunch of productions with Diego GALÉ, who I love to call my producer now. And hopefully I can go on tour. We're trying to see if I can go on tour in Colombia and other countries as well. So hopefully maybe one day I can go to London and do a tour and make awesome shows there as well. And we're actually thinking about Rome as well, and maybe Peru. We're thinking about a lot of places to do tours and, you know, meet with people and meet with my fans, which would be an awesome experience, and make music in all those different countries as well. But yeah, a lot is happening. A lot of new singles will be released, hopefully in a couple months. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the future, especially to be working with Diego GALÉ, such a huge name in the industry. Indeed. It's awesome. Fantastic. Right, I think we better actually play your new single up next. And it's available on all the usual outlets, iTunes, Amazon, etc. Yes, my new single, Detrás de las Ventanas, is available everywhere. All digital platforms, iTunes, Spotify, everything you can think of.
You will see it there. You can also search me in all social media just as Nikki Alva, and you will find me.
Okay, that's fantastic. Once again, thank you very much for calling in and having a chat with myself and all the listeners out there. Would you like to introduce your new single?
Yes, of course. Thank you for the opportunity. Well, everyone, this is my new single that I had the awesome opportunity to do it with Diego GALÉ. I hope you guys like it. It was originally written by me and the music as well. So I hope you guys like it and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
All right, thank you so much.
Best wishes for the future.
Of course. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
All right.
Divertimos más con el sol eterno de la vida. Quiero ver qué podemos hacer nosotros dos, tú y yo. Solo siente el ritmo dentro de tu corazón. Cierra los ojos y la verdad. Cada vez que me tocas, me enamoro de ti. Pruébalo y todo pasará. Me siento como en el cielo, ver brillar todas las estrellas. Ninguna luna comparte es mía. Mirémonos detrás de las ventanas. Me siento como escapando de todos los dolores de la vida. No llorando más esta noche. Mirémonos detrás de las ventanas. Oh, yeah, yeah. ¿Qué tal si nos dejamos llevar y flotar como las estrellas? Siente el ritmo en tu piel tanto como quieras, porque no sabemos qué vendrá. Si me quieres tanto como yo te quiero a ti, pruébalo y todo pasará. Yeah. Me siento como en el cielo, ver brillar todas las estrellas. Ninguna luna comparte es mía. Mirémonos detrás de las ventanas. Me siento como escapando de todos los dolores de la vida. No llorando más esta noche. Mirémonos detrás de las ventanas.
Me siento como en el cielo cuando estás aquí conmigo.
Converte a besos, I like it like that. Y siempre tú te alejas, no puedo vivir sin ti. No, podría morir.
Me siento como en el cielo cuando estás aquí conmigo.
Tenerte aquí conmigo siempre es lo que yo quiero. Y si tú quieres que te quieran, quiéreme como quiero yo, baby. Diego GALÉ, you know who I am.
Nikki Alva,
That's right, one more time.
Nikki Alva.
Esto está sabroso.
Me siento como en el cielo
Me siento como en el
cuando estás
cielo.
aquí conmigo.
Cuando estás aquí conmigo,
Fabulous new music from Nikki Alva, out just this weekend.